नमस्कार प्यारे विद्यार्थियों, मैं हूं अरविंद सिंह पेमावत, हेड ऑफ करियर डेवलपमेंट एंड कॉर्पोरेट रिलेशंस, गीतांजलि ग्रुप उदयपुर. As you all know, we always come up with the topic and the discussions related to the skill development, employability enhancement, as well as regarding to the campus placement or the career development. So today we have among us one of our proud alumni from 2019 batch, one of the brilliant student from that batch, Hina Shimali. She has got placed with Metacube as a trainee software engineer through campus placement, and still almost after 3.5 years, she's still with the Metacube. So recently we are going to do the campus interview Metacube. So we thought, why not to call somebody? She's doing great job in Metacube and she can give much more ideas about Metacube and the processes. So welcome, Hina, on that platform.
Thank you for calling me online for such an interactive conversation. So, hi all. It's very warming that you want to hear about Metacube. So, we'll talk about that, how Metacube is, and how and what things you need to do to get into Metacube, and how you can go through all the process. So, yeah.
Great. So before going for the Metacube interactions, we just wanted to know, and the audience wanted to know, what Hina Shimali is all about, so that they can easily understand whom they are interacting and whom they are listening. So your brief introduction and brief detail about you, Hina.
Yeah, definitely. So I joined Gitanjali in 2015, and that was a very good 4 years of my life. And it was 2019 when I joined Metacube, all because of Arvind sir, and I would like to thank Mike sir as well for those things. And after joining Metacube, it was such a roller coaster initially, because you have to go through the process of continuous assignments and all. A continuous training goes on. You are taught for all of the things, all of the small or a bit of chunks of the technologies available. So you get through that process. So initially it's like a roller coaster, but eventually you get through it. And after 2-3 months of training, you get into your project, and then you are okay with everything. I can speak about my experiences in Metacube. It's like I have the best team in Metacube. I am into a project where everyone is like friendly, and everyone helps me out if I get stuck. Or even after 3 years, I have that experience as well, that I help out many of the trainees available there. So that's a very environment wherein you can speak to anyone and anyone can help you out with things. So in Metacube, there is thing like, if you are in any other company, you have a fixed stream, like you can work only on this thing. But in Metacube, if you are a developer, you can just get into the process of DevOps as well. You can get through many of the technology. Like I have been working in Java since a very long time, but due to my project requirements or some of the other requirements as well, I had to go through the DevOps process. So I am aware of the cloud, AWS services, etc. And I've been going through the process of learning new technologies like Grafana and Influx, which are the emerging technology. So the one expiring for any good opportunities or any future language or any future technologies, they can get through Metacube, because they have been working on the latest technology in many of their projects. Some of their projects, if you want to continue with, if you're not that good in the coding skills, okay, there are options available for Salesforce as well. So wherein you have some basic knowledge of coding, and that would work out there. You just have to go through an initial training, and that would help out you all the way. So that is the main thing. Now, my personal experience with Metacube is very good, very good. I have been in a very friendly environment with my teammates, with all of my colleagues, and even with the company's owner also. If you interact with them, they are very good to you. So that is a very, I would say, the best environment you can have at your workplace.
Very nice. When you talked about Salesforce, because it is also one of the emerging technologies and the platform. So many of the students are having that confusion. If they are very good in programming and the coding, then they can go in the Salesforce. So as per your interaction, I just got an idea that if you are not good in programming also, then also you can go for the Salesforce, right?
Yeah, definitely. Because I'm not working on Salesforce, but I have been interacting with people who are working on Salesforce in my company. Many of my seniors have suggested me, if you are good at coding, don't go for Salesforce initially, because then you do not need much of the coding part. If
Right.
you want to explore more in the coding part, you need to be staying in Java or Python or Node.js. So you opt for those technologies if you are good at coding. If you are not good at coding, you just have a basic idea, opt for Salesforce or any other technology which is lesser in that thing. I would say I'm working on Grafana currently. You can go for the visualization tools as well. They are a very good source of income right now,
Okay.
because there you require only analytics ability, how you can plot the charts. That's it. That is what is required. Everything is drag and drop, and that is a very good opportunity for someone who do not relate to coding background.
Very nice. So I think student can make a career in the Salesforce also. We are doing recently the campus interview of Metacube. We always do almost from 5 to 6 years. We are associated with Metacube, and we always give highest priority to the Metacube campus recruitment team and the Metacube organizations. And our students are also doing good job. And who has left Metacube, they are also at a very good position in multiple organizations like Google and
Yes.
these kind of organizations also. So what is your suggestions and 2 to 3 points from your side to the student who are participating for the MetaQ, that why MetaQ?
Why Metacube? Well, I would say that not everyone wants to be a workaholic person.
Yes.
People want to be in an environment where you can work and enjoy your life. So Metacube is that one place where you can learn a lot, because if you go for a very big MNC, you will be given a chunk of uh, a module of the project, and you won't know what is going in the project. You would just be coding a small chunk. In Metacube, you have small and big teams both. So when you are in a small project, you will explore more. You'll get to know more of what is going on, what is in and out of the project. So there, your understanding of the project, your understanding of the technology would be more, because everything is onto you. You are the person who is driving the project. So that is the thing which should actually attract the upcoming generation, because they need to know more about what they are doing. So that is one thing. Apart from that, the environment that is there, if you're stuck, they might help you. There are cultural events. If you want to enjoy your life, you need to get to Metacube. That is the one liner for that thing,
Great.
because everything is very smooth. That is
Very
what
good,
my experience.
friendly environment, which we can say, right?
Correct.
Definitely. Very nice. So, my another question to you, any BTech student who is pursuing career in the computer science or any other branches, right? So, how they can become a good software engineer or the developer? What skills they have to develop so that they can easily become a good software engineer in any companies wherever they are going, or the MetaQ also if they come.
Okay. If you are talking about an interview, how do we need to crack an interview? That is regarding how far most of the companies do ask you about the basics of any language. If you are on, you do not need to know all of the language. Just pick one out of the lot. If you are on Java, pick that up and dig deep into that thing. Okay. So most of the question would be around that only. You just need to know the core of that thing. And I would say you should always go for a dry run coding. What would be the output of this code? That would actually push your mind to think about how that code actually works. So that thing is mostly asked in an interview to basically a pattern wise questions, or something. You can go for a lead code, wherein you can practice a small questions which are what would be the second largest number or something like that. So I would say not much time is required. You can take out might be 1 or 2 hour on your weekend, and then you can practice that thing. So that coding questions would definitely help you in the interview, because even though there are not much requirement of data structure and that in the ongoing project, but still in the interview, just to test how your mind works, how you adapt to things, they might ask you those things. So that is one thing. And if you are speaking in an interview about things like I have done this thing, you must have a knowledge what you have actually done around that thing, because they would ask you questions on what was this and why did you choose that thing. If you are talking about a database, so they would ask you why did you design such schema in that thing, what was the reason of choosing this particular type and not that one. So that kind of question you will encounter in any of the interview.
Very
So
nice. I
that
think
might help.
this answer will help all the BTech students who want to make their career in the field of coding and programming, right? So now, very less time we have to sit for the process, and if any tips you want to give to crack the Metacube, what student has to focus more, and on what skills they have to focus more so that they can easily crack the Metacube process. Because, for example, it's just like a refresher course. So in 2 to 3 days, what they can do so that they can easily crack the process of online exam as well as the interviews. The tips for
Yeah.
Metacube only.
Yeah. For Metacube, I might say means mostly companies balance out in aptitude and coding, but so far as my experience goes with Metacube, I've seen they emphasize more on the coding part. They see how the student is actually processing that question. So I would say we have best teachers in our college. So definitely, my sir would have guided the student on what questions there are available. If you just go through those questions in the last one day, you would definitely crack that interview.
Right.
Definitely. So that is like the basic question, just like what would be the second largest number in the array, or something like smaller short questions which you think might be I would say easily be asked. So those questions just push up your mind. Okay. So I think that would be the only key for cracking the coding part. Apart from that, for interview, just you need to be a confident person. If you're saying this, then this should be the thing. Okay. Just be confident in an interview, and I think what you have written in your resume,
Yes.
everything would be
We have to
around
we
that
have
only.
to true to ourselves, right? We have to be
Yeah,
true to ourselves.
definitely.
So aptitude is also very important because many people say if you are good in aptitude, if you are good in logics, then your coding will be good. Is it true?
I won't say that because aptitude, I would say my apti is not that good, but definitely when it comes to coding, I'm very good at that.
Okay.
I
It
won't
means it means
deny that
if somebody is
I'm
not good
not
in
good.
aptitude, they can also become very good coder also, right?
Metacube is one company that focuses. Definitely, you need to have logic that how things would work, but having that what is the speed of the stream and those such type of question would not be asked in your Metacube process. Definitely. So that would be a good opportunity for the persons who do not have a good aptitude. So
Very
you
nice.
can focus on the coding part, the basic of any language. If you are at Java, I can definitely help you out if you want to reach me out on that thing. So that's it. I think
Okay.
the basic of the language would help.
Okay. And any students in first year, what is the tips to them if they want, if they are at a beginner stage of coding, what language they have to start and how they have to start programming in a single line tips, whatever you want to give.
Okay, I would say if people are comfortable with coding, they could go for Python or Java.
Okay.
Or
Python
I
Java
would
is
say
the
if
good
you are in
option.
the first year, start learning JavaScript. That would help you out
Great.
anywhere in your career. JavaScript. The basic of
Great.
JavaScript, if that get cleared, that would help you out if you go anywhere in, because everywhere if you see JavaScript is being used. So definitely that is a sure point that one needs to work on.
So very nice, Hina. I think today's interaction and we have got many inputs about the programming, about Metacube and what Metacube is doing and how a student can crack Metacube. And I think this video is going to help to those students who want to become a coder, who want to become a software developer, as well as who want to become a part of one of the topmost IT MNC of Rajasthan, the Metacube software. The way you are working, almost 3.5 years you have spent with Metacube, and after that also, if you are giving that kind of recommendation for Metacube, definitely Metacube is something great with them. So we also
Surely
praise,
they
we
do
also
have
praise them.
you. Yeah, definitely. There are a lot of opportunities for learning if someone want to learn things out. So that is definitely call for the student. If they want to learn more, they should join Metacube. Definitely.
Okay. And at the end, what is your thought of the day for all your juniors in single line, that how they can become a successful one?
Just be confident and just go for it. That's it.
That's really great. And I think with this, we are now at an end phase, and we are thanking Ina as well as the Metacube team, the officials, for giving us that opportunity to have to give more ideas about Metacube to all the students. Thanks to all. Thank you. Jai Hind. Jai Bharat.